Hi guys, welcome back to the Predicitions Show for the Heel Project. We are doing our Rumble predictions today. Don't know about you lads, my favourite one by an absolute mile over Mania.
Yeah, that's my favourite as well.
It's lovely. It's
Did I mention that I was at last year's?
one or two times, and I hear the rumours are that you gave Edge your spot.
I did. Edge met me backstage. I was supposed to debut in the Rumble last year. Edge met me backstage and he was like, I really want to be in the Rumble. And I was like, mate, come on. Like, you've had your time. It's mine now. But I was just like, in the end, I was like, do you know what? 10 years. Go on then, mate. You have it. And yeah, and then I lost my contract with WWE. Now I don't work there. That's what happened. It's true.
And now we're taking the piss a bit by entering this year as well, though.
Huh?
He's taking the piss a bit by entering this year as well.
Well, I'd already given my spot last year. I'd be entering again this year, but now I can't because Edge is there.
Link's feeling like the Big Show. Big Show should have won the Rumble. Should have gone on to be the Scorpion King.
Genuinely should have won the Rumble, yeah. Big Show did win the Rumble, whether you like it or
not. So on obviously we'll finish with the Rumble matches, lads. But shall we start off with our predictions for the Sasha Banks versus Carmella match, SmackDown Women's Championship? It's exhilarating.
Dan, have you watched?
I have actually. I have actually watched the last month in the last day. It's not exhilarating. It was sarcastic.
No, it's not.
Yeah, obviously I'm up to date. Watched SmackDown this morning from last night.
Yep, so did I.
I mean, it had the typical ending, really, didn't it? It's Rumble season, so everyone throws each other over the top rope at the end. It's just how it is.
It's just like, hey, reminder, there's a Rumble on Sunday.
That reminds us that Braun Strowman exists as well because he's back for the Rumble.
Yeah, well, he hadn't appeared all month, had he?
He hadn't been around since Survivor Series in November, mate.
Got suspended the day after Survivor Series.
But I'm saying I just couldn't remember if that was his first back, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's his first appearance back since Survivor Series, or the day after Survivor Series, where he assaulted Adam Pearce. But Adam Pearce is out with injury because of last week, and Sonya Deville has given his job back apparently. So we've got the heel and face authority figures on SmackDown now, by the looks of it, which is
weird.
Yeah.
Funny way of doing it. But anyway, back to the a something show that I was going to say that's not usually appropriate for the SmackDown Women's title. I'll just go straight off the bat with my prediction. Sasha Banks.
Poop shoot.
Sasha's got it for me. I can't. Sasha's going to win this. It's going to be. Ain't going nowhere in a minute. The belt ain't going nowhere. It's going to stay on Sasha for a while.
Is there a third option of just don't care? Yeah, it'll be Sasha.
that is essentially the same option. We'll move on to let's do Reigns versus Owens.
I reckon this will stop the show personally.
It could well do.
I reckon it will.
I think it'll be good, but the belt ain't going. What's that? Sorry.
Last man standing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? He faced Baron Corbin in the last man standing match last year at the Royal Rumble.
Did he? My God.
How would you know?
I was there.
I think it's going to be a good match, but the belt ain't going nowhere at the minute. It's staying on Roman. It's going to stay on Roman till at least Mania.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's going to be something involving these handcuffs again. I think I'm not going to lie.
Absolutely be shenanigans.
Well, I think the handcuffs will come into play with you. So Jay Uso in that didn't want to.
Possibly. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go Raymond as well. Sadly, I'd love to go different, but
it was going to happen for that one.
Yeah. That's two in a row. We're all exactly the same. So
we'll stick with the men's for now. Drew versus Goldberg. Actually, I can't. I keep tossing and turning between which way this one's going to go. Like, my head says I'm probably going to stick it on Goldberg, but my heart goes, no!
Freedom! Sorry.
Freedom!
I'm going to go with this one. They made a thing about Goldberg coming back and never losing once he comes back, challenge the title. I think they're going to keep it on Drew and try and push Drew a bit more, make him. I can't see him losing again. He lost to Wharton, got it back. Lose to Goldberg. It's this flip flop. They're going to stick with Drew. I think they're going to stick with Drew for now.
I think this is the end of Drew's amazing year. I think he's going to end it by losing the title. So I am going to go with Goldberg.
Please.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, I want it to be Drew.
Everyone wants it to be Drew.
I'm not even a Drew fan, but I'm going for Drew.
Goldberg.
Yeah, that's how I feel, mate.
Right, move on. Women's Tag Team Championship. Asuka and Charlotte versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler again.
Well, I'm going for a boring one for this whole pay-per-view, really, apart from the Rumble matches, because I'm doing it so no titles change hands tonight, and it will stay with Charlotte and Asuka.
Be rare for a Rumble, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it going, really? I can't see it not happening.
All three of them, at least, are going to be in the Rumble match.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain of that.
There's only one been announced, hasn't there, for the Rumble?
I hate to say this, but I think Charlotte and Asuka might lose the belts and Charlotte wins the Rumble. That's a possibility. That could be a story they go with.
So obviously Asuka's not going to be in the... well, she might be, but it'd be weird if she was in the Rumble, but she's Raw Women's Champion. But in theory, I mean, she could.
She could, because they might need to fill the space, because they're going to struggle for women, I think.
Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? But also, we could have it so that she's going for the SmackDown title and we end up with a double header again at Mania, but I doubt it. But it's a possibility. For me, Shayna's looked really strong this month, and I can't see her losing it. I think
Shayna's fantastic.
I think they'll regain it. Shayna actually has got a little bit of a outside chance in my head now of winning the Rumble as well.
I'd like it, but she's definitely the one that's not booked as well within that tag team with Nia, because she's the one that always eats the pin or loss in the tag team. So if anybody out of those two is going to go for the Rumble win, it's going to be Nia, unfortunately, and I don't want to see that.
Well,
The thing is, I've seen Nia and Shayna, they're only going to go on so long before they split, and it's getting a bit... I can see that happening very, very soon. I reckon that could cost them tonight. Nia could cost them.
Yeah. But so what's that, Pete? You went retain, and we both went.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got exactly the same.
Me and Link have, yeah.
I don't even know if I have.
Oh, come on, boy, make the decision.
It's not an easy one, that. It really not. I am going to go with them losing the belts, because I think, like you said earlier, it may be the only belt that gets changed. That changes. No, it's not.
No, because you got Goldberg as well, mate.
I'm going to go with them losing. Yeah, I'm going to go with them losing. And then I'm going to go with Shayna and Nia falling out more within the Rumble, and maybe even Shayna eliminating Nia.
Whilst they are champions?
Whilst they are the champions, yes.
Oof.
Because then we've got the whole story of tag champions who hate each other. Oh!
Again. The ones that didn't want to be paired up in the first place.
Well, they love it, don't they? They love tag champions that hate each other.
Yeah, it's an old favourite. They always go back to it.
Yeah. But didn't Nia and Shayna didn't want to team up in the first place, and they got pushed?
Yeah.
And
Neither
now,
did Sheamus and Cesaro, or however many other tag teams that's been teamed up with each other.
Shall we move on? As we've mentioned, you suggesting Charlotte's going to win the Rumble, Link. We'll do the women's first.
Oh, are we on the Rumble already?
Yeah. So far, there's only the four. There's what?
There's one. Didn't there one that think about Riddles? Ain't Riddle getting a match?
Riddle's having a title shot, but as far as I'm aware, it's not been announced.
Oh, because he won last night for a title shot.
He did. He did, but as far as I'm aware, it hasn't been announced. Have you seen anywhere that it's been announced?
That definitely wasn't last night. That was last week.
Yeah, the week before.
Last week.
I've watched it all today, so it's all sort of merged into one. So that's why I agreed. Shall we do that one anyway? Just in case.
Yeah.
So Riddle versus big old Bobby.
Riddle for me.
I think I might go Riddle. It'll be Bobby's first major loss in a long time.
I mean, it's kind of annoying, really, because I'm gonna go Bobby for the exact reason that Riddle's not entered the Rumble yet. So if he wins it beforehand, Bobby tends to be the person that's lost the title or just lost the match. We'll go into the Rumble later in the show on the minors.
It's the IC champ, so they can still enter.
SmackDown, US Championship, you mean?
Same thing.
It is, but yeah. No, I'll go Riddle as well anyway. So sort of
Big E's in it, and he's the IC champ, so
Big E's in. Yeah, this is also true, but yeah, just for that exact reason, that's why I was going to go with Riddle.
Go. So we're all on Riddle then.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So women's Rumble.
Get ready to rumble.
Would you like to know who's in it so far? Who's been announced so far?
Go on, give us a refresher.
So Nia, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Dana, Peyton, Alexa Bliss, Shayna, Liv, Ruby Riott, Tamina, Natalia.
Gotta be Tamina. It's gotta be Tamina, surely.
There ain't no one meaner than Tamina.
No, not Tamina. That's not a prediction. No.
First answer counts.
No.
Well, technically, his first answer would have been Charlotte. So
yeah. So.
Damn, you can edit.
So I'm quite happy to kick this one off. So I've got the dark horse in the back of my mind of Bliss and Baszler, but I'm going to go Bianca.
Do you know what? Because there's so many possibilities, I think we should get a whole point answer and a half point answer for this.
What? One half point answer or 2 half point answers?
one whole point, which is your first pick, and 1 half point, which is your secondary dark horse as such.
So I've already got my 2. Do you want them?
Yeah, do yours then, because I got to decide between Bliss and Baszler.
My half point will be Charlotte, just to tee up tag team champion against each other, because I think they're still going to have the belts for Mania. But my main pick is basically what's happened because of what happened the last 2 weeks. They've started to set up Bliss Asuka, and they're not going to ruin that already. And I reckon it's going to lead into the story. I think Bliss is going to win the Rumble, and you're going to have Bliss Asuka at Mania.
It's why Bliss was on my dark horse.
They're not going to. They've just built a storyline. It's going to be really good. They're not going to get rid of it. I think they'll do it over a few weeks now.
My only counter argument for that is that they're going to need a title match for Elimination Chamber. You could end up with Bliss. Ask. Oh my god, I did it again. Asuka at the Chamber.
Bliss Ash
at the Chamber.
This is where it's going to start building up to the storyline, because this week Orton got involved and cost Bliss. This storyline's going to be going on for a while, I think.
Right, so I'm going to put Bliss as my half point, and I'm going to put Bianca Belair as my winner.
Okay.
Pressure's on, son.
So, I mean, all of those are good answers, like genuinely good answers. So I'm going to throw it right out there, and I'm going to go
Curveball.
Becky Lynch as my full point.
Full point. Wow. That's bold.
And I'm going to go Rhea Ripley as my half point.
I thought Rhea as well, but
Yeah.
I mean, the women's there's going to be more NXT than the men's, because the men's is.
Well, Rhea's coming up anyways. Like, she's not been on NXT for weeks.
Yeah.
The only reason I can see Charlotte not winning
And
it.
I say, well, I've been across, you know.
Was that the last time we seen her? Was the last
time we saw her
last
was
woman
when she won
standing?
that last woman standing match, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I wouldn't say Charlotte's definitely not getting the main event at Mania is I think they're going to bring Rhea in tonight, and she's going to get rid of Charlotte. Now start a bit of a feud. And at Mania, we're going to see Charlotte and Ripley.
You keep saying tonight. You realise that the Rumble's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow night.
And it's
Just
got
wanted to
out
make
today
sure.
as well. So
Yeah.
it's up to you, Pete. Pete, you can live in whatever world you like, mate. We aren't going to judge you. I mean, Link might, but I'm not.
I was just do a link and stay awake for like the next 24 hours, and then a bit longer as well.
Don't do
Did
that.
somebody say 24-hour charity stream?
No, no, you didn't.
Right, so I think we're sorted on the women's then. Men's then. Would you like me to run down the men's again? There's obviously a lot
Yeah,
more.
go for it.
21 out of 30 so far announced. So
Oh, really?
yeah, like
That's a bit boring.
only 9 surprises. And I can't help but feel that the majority of them will probably be NXT. Or like people like Riddle that haven't announced.
Yeah.
That's a bit boring.
So Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Otis, Miz, Jey Uso, Cesaro, Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know why I said his whole name that time. Big E, Morrison, Sheamus, Mustafa Ali, Edge, Corbin, Mysterio, and Braun.
Mysterio.
Yeah. I started reading Mysterio, then I was like, oh crap, Dominic's underneath as well. So obviously Edge is the only one that's not assigned to a roster at the minute. So he's
Edge is on that list though, right?
I said Edge, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's assigned to Raw, mate.
I can't.
according to this, he just says free agent because he obviously hadn't been about for so long. But he was announced on Raw, to be fair, so that would make sense.
And he's only ever appeared on Raw since coming back.
Well, and Mania, because you let him have your spot. On Rumble, because you let him have your spot.
And the Raw after Rumble, and then all of the all of the Raws that he's been on since then, where he got injured, etc., and built up his matches.
He was in the greatest wrestling match ever.
He was in the greatest wrestling match ever at Backlash.
I can't decide on my half point.
Half point I don't have a clue on.
I think I've got it. I'm going to go between two with Daniel Bryan for my half point.
I think it's a safe option, isn't it?
No, I think he'll get down to the final two. That's the thing.
Final 2, wow.
And
He'll be in the final 4. I don't know about 2.
And my point, I'm going to go with someone to keep that storyline going that I was talking about with Bliss and Randy Orton. I'm going to go with The Fiend.
What is your whole point?
Talking about him, for my 4 points, you can talk about him coming back. Randy's there and it'll carry on that whole storyline.
Brave.
And I think he's going to win.
Very brave.
I think it'll be The Fiend and Bliss.
So I've got somebody that I think is going to appear, but it's not going to be a half point, but he's just been in the back of my mind because they've been putting up a lot of his stuff on their YouTube. But John Cena's made an awfully big appearance on WWE's social medias in terms of what they've been putting out. Also the fact that he's finished filming. I think we could see him in the Rumble. Do I want to put him as a half point? I'm not sure. I don't think he'll win it. But I think it'll lead to him appearing at a later point this year.
I mean, it is Super Cena.
This is true, but I think he's more likely to put over Raymond. Raymond. He's going to put over Raymond. I think he's more likely to put over Roman at Mania than he is to win the Rumble. But I'll get my 4 point is at AJ Styles.
A couple of the surprises are going to be the new Indian guys that were in obviously the Superstar Showdown that happened a couple of days ago.
Well, that makes sense. I think the big dude. What I can't remember their names.
There were 2 of them. There were 2 massive dudes.
The one with the longer hair, the one that looks like a really over enhanced Roman Reigns. Hey,
that's the one he's on about. Yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't look like Bo Dallas.
like someone just put a straw in Bo Dallas and started pumping him up. You end up with that. Believe in Bo. That's what he meant all along.
Wouldn't surprise me, actually, if we get a Bo Dallas return during the Rumble. And maybe something with him and Randy to continue the Fiend feud there.
Oh, if they throw Bo Dallas into the whole Bliss and Bray, that'd be quality.
I wouldn't put it past them.
That would be
It would
great.
make sense.
Ew, I've wanted it for years.
So,
I wanted Bo in the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Well, I think most people did, to be fair. Probably including Bo.
Yeah.
He turned it down.
I want some money.
I can't decide on my second one. What's your have you got your first or second link? Your half point and full point?
I'll be deadly honest, mate. I haven't got a clue.
Right. As he's never won one, and he's only just he made an appearance last night, and he hasn't appeared all month. I will go Brom as my half. AJ is my first. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about putting what's his name? AJ's bodyguard as his half, as a half. Just on the off chance that he did enter.
Although I've got a feeling he has been training, which is why he had that weird plaster on his head this week on SmackDown.
Yeah,
if anybody knows.
Did spot that. Also, he just booted he was booting out guitars out of Riker's hands the other week, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. So it's hard. It really is hard, this one. I mean, obviously, Hart is Cesaro still, because that was. Did you see that kick on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Outside the ring.
Great.
Oh, mate. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, Cesaro is so perfect when he wrestles. It's just amazing to watch him. I think I'm going to go Daniel Bryan for a half.
Probably the safer option than it's probably a safer option than what I did with Braun, to be fair.
I wasn't going to Braun for my half, to be fair. They were the two.
It's really bad, but I can't actually remember who I've been predicting for the rest of the. Oh yeah, I do.
I was waiting for you to say him. I was like, you really don't think he's going to show up?
Literally just popped into my head. To be fair,
I've not been saying it just to see if he messes up.
I was just mumbling along to his music.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the 2021 Men's Royal Rumble, the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Eliminated by Bobby Lashley, though.
There's my 1 point.
I was sitting there just humming along to his music and that, thinking he's going to swing on soon. I can't believe he hasn't mentioned it.
Didn't think about it till just then.
And
I think that's a risk as well. Like, there's just so many good names in there.
I think you'd almost be better off putting Bryan as your 1 point and Brock as your half, to be honest with you.
The thing is, with the amount of people, and you was like, really, when they've announced how many? 21 out of the 30?
It's a lot in that.
There's a couple of big names that they have announced. It's going to happen. That's why I thought maybe The Fiend, someone like Brock, someone like Cena. There's definitely going to be some big names coming out.
I think we could potentially see Cena at 29 and Brock at 30. To be honest with you,
there's going to be a couple of big names.
I must also say, obviously, it's not my prediction, but I must also say I think Orton's got a very good shot at winning it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a shame that none of us have actually picked him, but I think
the fact
got a good chance of winning it.
The fact that none of us have gone with Edge either.
With Edge, well, I think Orton's probably more likely to win the Rumble than Edge. I've got a feeling that Orton will win it and then challenge for the title at Elimination Chamber. Win the title at Elimination Chamber and face Edge at Mania for the belt.
We'll have to see.
That's my thought.
It's worth noting that we don't know who's coming out 1 and 2 at the minute because this was filmed on the Saturday.
Correct.
It should be coming out.
And we also don't know who's coming out final in the Women's Royal Rumble. Clearly going to be Tamina, and she's going to come out and just clear the rest of the field as well.
To be honest, I thought of Orton for this, but with the whole, because I said the whole Fiend storyline, they're not going to stop it now. It's going to carry on for a while. And I really thought about Orton maybe, and I was like, it wouldn't make sense. It would make sense for the Fiend to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Orton come back, and I could see the Fiend taking Orton out in the Rumble. That would be the big shock. The Fiend comes back and just takes Orton out, takes the match straight away.
It's really strange having Orton in the middle of 2 massive feuds right now. And
the Fiend one's massive. They can't end it now because it would be so stupid if they ended it.
Although on the flip side, he started this one while Edge was out with injury.
Yeah.
And technically, the Fiend is out with injury. So technically, they could do the same thing and try and mesh them again.
Yeah, I think they probably could have done if they hadn't have had Randy the actual carry on with storylines between Randy and Bliss. If they just sort of left that and Bliss doing her own thing without her interacting with Randy and doing it with somebody else, then maybe they could have done. But
Thing is, I see a post this week, and it kind of made me think a bit because there was a thing mask, but it was kind of melted to one side, and it was like, could this be the new mask? And I was like, do you know what? If it is, that'd be really cool.
That'd be a really
And
clever
it
way.
must have been a thing to bring it back.
It's creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was creepy.
I mean, so was the thing when we first saw it. To be fair, so
Oh no, but this is like.
I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, this was kind
have to
of
show me later.
melted. It was, yeah. But I thought this would be good if they brought it back tonight or tomorrow night. And he'll come in and he'll get rid of Orton straight away.
Either way, lads, I think we can all agree this is probably the most excited I've been for a pay-per-view since a long time. Well, obviously, Link, yours would be for the Rumble last year. I don't know about you, Pete, but this is the most excited I've been for years.
I was really excited for WrestleMania.
That's the thing, I wasn't this year.
I was intrigued. I wasn't excited.
I wasn't excited for it. I was wondering what they'd do, but excitement, yeah, Rumble for me, definitely. I can't not get excited for a Rumble.
No, same.
Yeah.
Same. By the way, just out of interest, did I mention I got a new axe?
And on that note, thank you very much, guys. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment your predictions. In fact, if you go through them all and leave them in order of who you're predicting to win their matches in the Rumble. That'd be really interesting to see. Also, throw abuse at us if you think that we've got one of them completely wrong. Because
lots of abuse.
Hey,
all of the abuse. Aim it at Pete.
All right, guys. We will catch you. No, we won't. What do you want now?
Sunday.
We
are going to be live on. That was weird. Dan froze for an unusual amount of time. Sunday, we're going to be live on Twitch with a bunch of our friends. Yeah. So it's not just going to be the three of us this week. It's going to be this month, I guess, this pay-per-view. There's going to be quite a few of us all coming in and out and watching the show. Obviously, the community's always been great to us, and we will be on there, as usual, talking away with everyone. So if anybody does want to come along and watch, feel free to do so. I'm sure the link will be down below.
As always.
And also, jump in our Discord and have a chat with us in there. Like, we're always on there. We're always active. You know, we're always around for anybody who wants to talk about anything, really. It's not just wrestling.
You and me are active. Pete's not. No, Pete's there. It is. Pete's
I've
not.
been on there quite a bit actually last week or so.
Have you been talking, or have you just been in the chats? Get typing more, boy. Interact. Get to know people.
Actually, Pete, get a phone that'll run it first.
Hey! Thank you very much, guys. We will see you in the next one.
Tomorrow. Peace.
Ask you a question. Gotta ask you a question.